Hi everybody, John, Ricky, how are you guys doing? Let's dive into some ghost stories. I know it's a subject that not everyone wants to talk about, either because it's scary, maybe for some people, or they want to be seen as a serious person. Maybe they don't want to ruin their reputation because of their business or whatnot. But I think at this time in our life, where technology is solving a lot of things with quantum mechanics, things just don't make sense, but it's part of reality. We know it happens. So I think there might be a scientific reason for ghosts. So I would like to share some of my stories. When I was at the University of Hawaii at Manoa, and I was a vice president of the student government, there was three incidents that happened at three different locations in that time period when I was a college or university student. And the first time this occurred was in our student government office, the second one, that is. There was one main office, and then there's a secondary office that we would study in, my good friend and I. Anyways, while I was studying, I was on the table, a big table, and then I was looking up at the ceiling, and then out of the ceiling I see this penny fly out, like out of the ceiling, and in front of me, and land, and it hit the table and then bounced to the ground. And when I picked up the penny, it was like like it was beaten up. It looked like it went through hell. Like the face of Lincoln was like, you can't recognize it. It was scraped off. It was burnt. Had like black marks. So I don't know. It came out of the ceiling. I thought, oh, I couldn't explain it. And I told my friend there, and he couldn't believe it. The second time it happened was, Kmart Takai's office when he was a state representative. I was volunteering for his office, and I was drafting legislation for the college savings plan. And same thing. In his office in the Hawaii State Capitol, a penny flies out of the ceiling and lands onto the table, and then goes onto my, I believe it was my bag or backpack. And then same thing, the penny was damaged, but not as bad as the first one, but it was still damaged, burnt, defaced, scraped. Then the third time, and then my friend was there, same friend, by the way. And then the third time was in my car. I had a 1988 Nissan Sentra, and we went to a gas station near the state capitol. After, I believe, we worked in the state capitol. Well, I was working, and my friend was with me in Mark Takai's office. And Mark Takai, by the way, became a U.S. congressman, and he got me into his network of politics while I was in student government. So he saw something in me from that age, and eventually I became a state representative in the Hawaii State House with him. And but this is when I was still a college university student. So that third time when it fell out, it was in my Nissan Sentra. I filled up some gas, and then from the side of my eye, I saw the penny fall out of the ceiling and land by my console. My friend again was with me, but he didn't see it. He never saw any of these pennies fall out of ceilings. And again, it was damaged, but not as bad. It got better and better. So I was starting to think, is it from another dimension? Was it from a spirit world, or was it from another dimension? Or I don't know. Maybe pennies can. Well, physics, no way it can go through C. It's too. I mean, it's too solid. It's, it can't penetrate or pass through something as thick as ceilings, roofs. But maybe with science they're gonna discover ways it can come, maybe from another dimension. I don't know. So I'm not scared anymore. I mean, I guess I was never scared, but it did freak me. Well, what freaking out is scared, right? But but now that I realize there could be a scientific reason, I'm not as afraid of it. So now I'm gonna talk about my many unexplained experiences. So that's the first of many ghost stories or spiritual stories or supernatural stories that I will share to you. And I feel like I should share these stories, not just the regular stories that I share with you, not just the self-help, personal development, psychology, business, law, art type of stories, but I gotta share these unusual stories so that it's documented. Anyways, have a great evening, day, morning. Be grateful for your life, and I'll see you next time.